So I just came across this video that I'm about to show you, and it is a continuation of the conversation we started with a video I made about a meme that I saw that talks about the $50 client and the $5,000 client. And it points to an important mindset when you're making music and any other creation. And let me show you this video and we'll talk about it.
How many songs should you write before you put out your album? That's a question I get asked all the time, and I don't really have the right answer. I try to write like a handful of songs a week. Sometimes they just go through the voice memo process. Sometimes they just get to the demo process. But occasionally I'll get a song all the way to the finish line, and it still doesn't come out on the album. I even hired Nate Smith, who's like one of the best drummers literally to ever exist, who played on this track. I hired the world champion harmonica player, Cy Leo, to play the solo on this and do the whistling. Sounds incredible, but for whatever reason, I just don't feel like this song fit with the bunch of tunes for that last album that I made, so it's not out yet. Maybe it'll come out later?
So in this video, Wong answers the question, how many songs does he write before making an album? So what he talks about is he writes about 30 to 40 songs, demos about 20, and completely finishes 15 songs, and only then decides which 10 or so to release. I think this points to an important mindset. If you're only working on one or two tracks at a time, it's very, very easy to start going into this scarcity mindset. And a lot of our insecurities and fears can come up, and we can lose sight of what we're actually trying to create and what we're actually trying to do and the message we're trying to get across. And sometimes that can even get lost because you're so kind of beating it to death. I think that there's a lot to learn from this. When you're working on a song and you decided to bring it to a mixer or any other professional working on it, I think a lot of the times some people feel like perhaps that might be the best thing they've ever made, which is probably true, or maybe the best thing that they'll ever make, which I doubt. And we're holding ourselves back in this way. I suggest to really kind of ask yourself, where are you coming from when you're working on a song? And if it's a scarcity mindset, if you have a lot of tension and a lot riding on this one thing you're creating, maybe working on a few things at once and kind of moving back and forth could really help keep the focus where it belongs, is on the message and on your big picture. So I think it's really, really worth some deep diving and to think about these things. What do you think? Do you work one song at a time and take it all the way to the end? Do you work on several songs at once? Have you found any benefits to doing that? I'd love to hear your thoughts.